what's up, everybody? It's the MadRabbit. I got a quick update for y'all. I don't know if you know this, but they already took the Stats Revamp 1.2 off the test servers. I think they did it yesterday. They also just put the regular test server, how it was before the Stats Revamp, back on the test server, and that's basically what we're going to get for the holidays. So they don't even want us testing that version. Now, I have some theories about that, share some of them with you, but the most important thing that I've basically come thought about in the last 2 or 3 days with all of this was not only that this is test server, right? And I'm not saying they're doing what I asked them to do, but in a sense, they how do I put this? It's their test server. You know what I mean? If they're gonna go ahead and try something different, it's gonna be there. Doesn't mean that's necessarily what's gonna go on live. So I don't want y'all freaking out. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they're gonna ruin this. They're gonna ruin that. If we keep testing what they keep giving us and giving our feedback, we can try to mold the game that the player base wants for the future. But back to what I was thinking about, as far as test goes, right? Well, I was putting it all together, and I thought to myself, okay, so they released three powers: ice, mental, and electricity. They released three roles in reality. All three roles in the game: troller, tank, and healer, as well as DPS, right? Because everybody can DPS. The thing is this: let's say that Stats Revamp 1.1 or 1.2 was a fucking hit. Let's just say it was a hit, right? And everybody's like, yeah, let's make it hit live next week. Well, guess what? This was my big realization the other day. They can't. It's a whole different platform. Test can't be into the Stats Revamp the way it was on tests can't be integrated with live at the moment. So what I'm trying to say is, even though they only released three powers, even if they perfected those three powers and everybody was super happy, they couldn't release it on live because it's a different platform. It's not gonna work well with all the other powers unless they make everybody switch to mental, electricity, or only those three powers, because it's a fundamentally new game that we're playing with a new foundation, basically. Be it Stats Revamp 1.1 or 1.2. So they would have to, what's it called? They would have to do the whole set of all the powers and revamp all powers on test server. Not only getting the powers right, not only getting all the power interactions right, not only getting the way that the player wants to play right, not only getting power regen back right, not even getting all of that right. They would have to go ahead and revamp every power in the game before they release it on live. So once that hit me, I was like, oh my god, that could take a year or more. Be honest with you. I mean, they just tested three powers and they've just delved into the fucking brewing pot. You know what I mean? They haven't even gone deep. They've changed a lot of things, but it's far from being perfect, all three powers. Even the fact that they only took a little chunk of the powers. So, just the fact that even if this was the thing to go live and everybody was happy, it's not the game as we know it right now in DCUO. It's not the live platform, and it's not integratable. So, don't freak out. Don't start buying new weapons already and start buying new mods. This may take a while, is all I'm saying. So, the stats revamp or whatever they're doing, I guess they're using tests to their benefit. What I was talking about, where they may have listened or not, but sometimes to find out the good or bad in something, you have to test extremes. You have to go to the extreme of something, or either give it to you max or take it all away so that you can find the sweet spot. Because if you just keep tweaking, you're just losing time. You want to go ahead and maximize it and then minimize it so that you can give yourself a range and then you work within that range to find balance, because it's the only way that you make a daunting task manageable. Is what I'm saying, and it's a daunting task because it's every power. They have to revamp every power. Think about it. They have to revamp every power before it goes out on live. If you played the stats revamp or just watched some of the videos from some of the other YouTubers that were going ahead and live streaming or making videos about the stats revamp, like myself, you know that it's DCUO 2.0. But I'm glad that they're using test server for this. You know, fuck. In the next one, hell, make us hit 3 times and give us 100% supercharge. Give us a supercharge every 3 seconds and see if we like it. You know what I mean? And keep it on test server for 3 days. Watch the fucking forums blow up. What the hell is this? You're changing the game. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to lose our fucking minds. But who cares? You guys are the devs. Filter out all the bullshit and find out what works and what doesn't. But sometimes you have to take things when you're testing to extremes. And I'm glad that they weren't afraid to show us this version of on test. And to quickly show us a revamped version of that. And basically is the fact that, you know, next weekend is the holidays. We're a day away from, you know, tomorrow's Friday, shit. And this weekend is the holidays, so they went off. They went off on their merry way. And you know what? If they had confidence in what they did in 1.2, they would have left it on test so that we can keep testing and have more feedback and you know, throughout the holidays. But they didn't do that. They only gave us 1.2 for like a day and a half. And I didn't stream it and I didn't record it, but I did make another tune as a hero because making a fucking villain on test was a damn mistake. Because I was only able to get to like CR48 before I had to queue up for something and nobody was either close or queuing up or even on the damn server as a villain. So I made a hero and I got him all the way up to 17 really quick. I think it was about 3 hours that I tested Revamp 1.2. And that's another video as far as what I felt about that. But I think this is more important. The fact that you guys should know this. That this is going to take a while. Don't start freaking out just yet. They're testing. And I think they're doing a pretty good job in just throwing in different kinds of, you know, just they took DCUO and turned it upside down for a little bit. And sometimes that's what you need, you know. Sometimes before you do a big ass spring cleaning, what does your house look like? A huge fucking mess. Because you got to start taking everything down, you know what I mean? And dusting behind this and moving that furniture. Sometimes before you fix something, you got to fuck it up. That's what I'm saying. Because that's how you're going to find out its limits. So, devs, keep putting different versions of the game on there. Let us test it. Let us see what we like. Let the fans know what you guys are thinking. Hopefully you'll take us in the right direction and give us a game that we want. So, all we can do is wait for the next stats revamp to hit, test it, give our feedback, and see what happens. But remember this, they can't just, even if they were perfect, they can't integrate the revamp with the platform that it has on live. Even if they say, okay, we're going to stick with this. They can't do it. So they got to do every single power. Just think about that for a second. So don't go just changing your mods just yet. Or your skill points. This may take a while. Now there are different parts of the game that they can start integrating. Like the way you spend your skill points and the way the power trees are out, you know? So it may come in stages, but it's going to take a while. That's all I'm saying. Because if they don't have the platform on live, they can't integrate the new powers. Because there's going to be such an imbalance in the game. It's going to be stupid. You know? So I'm going to be playing next to some other guy that has an AM and I don't. And he can take advantage of weapon mastery and I can't. It doesn't work. So put your heads back on. Go make yourself a fucking sandwich. And don't worry about it. Alright, everybody. It's the MadRabbit and I'm out. Thanks for listening. Take it easy. Peace.
I want to stay, and I want to fight them.